Hey, you guys. So let's talk about Peter Pan and Wendy, okay? The latest Disney live action adaptation came out on Disney Plus April 28th. I've watched it twice. Are you. Was it worth watching twice? No. Like, honestly, by the second time I watched it, at some points I skipped through it because the first time I think is just enough. The second time I wanted to make sure when it came to some of those crucial scenes, I got everything that I needed to get. Like I absorbed everything, got it correct. So then, if and when I did this, I was ready. And it's been a while because I wanted to make sure, however, I wanted to approach this, I did it the right way because I didn't know how I wanted to approach this. I thought maybe I would do a comparison. It's very different if you go like scene by scene by scene. And I don't feel like saying, oh, well, this scene is different from this scene. This is different from this. I think at this point, it's either just a known fact, it's just going to maybe be different, like they are going to change things to maybe fit with the times, or they're not going to change anything at all. And if they do, it's a few things. Okay? So, the story is essentially the same, okay? Peter Pan comes. Well, first off, Wendy doesn't want to grow up. Peter Pan comes. They go to Neverland. Get kidnapped by pirates. Get attacked by pirates, or fight the pirates. Go home. Okay? And it really felt like, at times, since this is titled Peter Pan and Wendy, there was a more central focus on Wendy. That's fine. I didn't care. But you would be surprised at times where you felt and you knew, oh, that should maybe be Peter, and it was Wendy instead. Again, at this point, I don't care. I don't know what else to say or do. Like, that's just what's going to happen. If you look at the movie as a whole, it just feels like at times characters are maybe bland. Like there isn't much there in regards to landscape. It's gorgeous. They did well with the CGI, what they could, in regards to the flying and special effects, everything else. In regards to landscape, now, most films normally, like, it's done in New Zealand, UK somewhere, and this is definitely what this feels like. It feels like I'm just somewhere and it's being filmed. It's gorgeous. It's nice for plain scenery. Mind you, we should have known that from the trailer, but we only see so much too from the trailer. But Neverland is supposed to be like this fantastic, wonderful island. And you just don't get so much like wonder and whimsy. So, at times it just felt a little eh. You also have the mermaids where you don't see, honestly, too much of the mermaids. You don't maybe see too much of Nana. At least to me, I felt like I barely saw Nana. You barely see the crocodile. I enjoy the crocodile. And so, I mean, those are just nitpicky things. It's, it is that central to the story. Some of those, no. Some of them, yes, because it builds to like the wonder and whimsy, and especially if you want to talk about the crocodile, that is kind of central to the story in regards to like one character in particular. you know, I would say a few things I enjoyed about this film, and that's probably the take I'm going to go with this, okay? You can drag the movie all you want. Here are things I did enjoy about it, okay? I liked the Captain Hook backstory, connection to Peter Pan, all that good stuff. I enjoyed that. One, I'm a sucker for backstory. Love it. Two, I think it fits with the character. Figured it would go one of two ways. One, they would still keep it a mystery as to like, oh, yep, this rivalry just started because a kid hates grown up hates kid. Like, you know, just this rivalry began. Because if, at least to me, from what I get to from the animated film, this whole rivalry feud started way before the Hook incident, like chopping off the hand, giving it to the crocodile. Like that happened like this has gone on before that, at least to me. So it just makes sense as to why maybe, Hook hates Peter. Peter isn't too fond of Hook. This is why. I know for some it's, oh, why does it always have to be, there's this misunderstanding, why do villains have to be misunderstood? And I get that. At sometimes it's like, why can't villains just be villains? Again, I think, one, it depends on the story you're trying to tell. Two, the take, again, what the character is. And so I get where, does that work, does that not? And I think that goes back to Maleficent, like specifically, because she is the mistress of evil, and it downplayed it to, oh, well, she's just misunderstood. like all these bad things happen to her. Feel bad for her. She actually loved Aurora. So I get it. I understand. But I think here it actually works, and it fits well with the story. Another thing is, I didn't mind Tinkerbell. Mind you, the animated one is better. But in how they're trying to do this story and how, she was done, her look, the take that they were doing with her, I think it worked. I think it was fine. She honestly has more of a connection to Wendy than she does to Peter, which is very interesting. But again, I don't know. I don't know why. That's just the feel that you get. That's just what happens. But I thought the actress did a very good job. I thought it was very well done. Tinkerbell was fine in this story that was being done. Overall, if you're looking at the versions of Tinkerbell, I still prefer the animated version. I also didn't mind Tiger Lily. The one thing I would have liked is if they maybe had like more scenes or a little something more with like other people within her tribe or something. So whether it was like a celebration or them fighting as well with the pirates, like if they had something going on as well with the pirates, I think that would have been good. Or in it, because otherwise we just get, again, like a little, ooh, here's an overview, and then we're done of this area that Tiger Lily's in with, her people, and then we're done. And she's off like going to help and assist, and no one else is there. And so I'm like, oh, okay, fantastic. Would have liked more. So that's probably like the one thing I would have enjoyed just like a tad more. But other than that, I mean, it's fun. I feel like you're not missing. Like if you really just don't want to watch it, if you're like, oh, it just doesn't feel like my cup of tea, you may just, like, if that is your intuition and that is your feeling, go with that feeling. Like, you're not really missing much. You're honestly not. Like, it's fine. I honestly, by the second time viewing it, I was kind of checked out. Like I said, it just came to like the pivotal points, and I'm like, okay, I did hear that correctly. And also, by the second time, I wanted to make sure I had all my crocodile sightings correct as well, because, like I said, felt like that was very minimal as well. But honestly, I recommend any other adaptation, whether it's the 2003 live action that's done. If you still like the animated one, if you want to read the book, go for it. Read like the inspiration for all of it, because or there's a fantastic Kathy Rigby stage performance. I have a VHS tape of it. That's why I'm recommending it. I cannot tell you how old that is, so I don't know. But all the music should be on Spotify and Apple Music, so if you want like a taste and a flavor, I recommend that. Like, I love that. I watch that here and there every once in a while because I enjoy it. I think it's fantastic. So if there's a stage performance that you like of it, go for it. I recommend. So, you know, those are my recommendations to you. If you watched this movie, feel free to leave your thoughts down below, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.